a round of applause as he comes by. Welcome you once again on behalf of NAS JRB Willow Grove to the FS 2002. On behalf of the NAS JRB, it's my distinct pleasure right now to present for you a demonstration of the capabilities of the Marine Air Ground Task Force, or MAGTF, America's 911 force in readiness. I will let you know about our military status as declared. KC-130 tanker in support of our aerial operations, now becoming airborne and going on station. At the direction of the President of the United States, an amphibious assault has just been completed on the coast, and elements of the Marine Air Ground Task Force are moving in, launching right now. Is from Burlington, New Jersey. Dash 2 is Lieutenant Chicken Man from Langhorne, Pennsylvania. The Weasel is Major Rob Lawyer. I wonder how he got that call. New Jersey. And Dash 4 is from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Light Attack Helicopter Squadron 773 from Atlanta, Georgia, approaches to insert the recon team. The recon team of motivated Marines of Marine Wing Support Squadron 472. The Huey is now approaching the landing zone, or LZ, to insert the Marines. This technique is ideally suited to night operations or low visibility conditions, minimizing the risk of detection. The Huey is its commonly called engine single-rotor utility helicopter capable of operating from prepared or unprepared landing sites under visual or instrument conditions day or night. In addition to the capabilities you see demonstrated today, the Huey can also provide airborne command and control, casualty evacuation, and out with rocket machine guns to provide aerial support or armed escort. An external cargo suspension unit provides an external cargo lift capability to 5,000 pounds. The UH-1N you see flying today is piloted by Lieutenant John Taylor of MAG 42, Lieutenant Colonel Mike Moore, the XO of MAG 49. The crew chief is Sergeant Clayton Clark. The team is now in position and is in communication with artillery batteries to deliver their punishing fire targets located by the team. Artillery rounds are flying overhead and will be impacting and destroying enemy strongholds. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, the target is being re-evaluated, and the first section of attack aircraft is the multi-role FA-18 Hornet that is inbound for the pump right now. Here's Dash 1, by Major Timothy O'Rourke. the flight take one more pass to finish the job. In the attack mode, the Hornet can carry up to 12,000 pounds of ordnance. The 4th Marine Aircraft Wing has 3 of these and 12 planes which are currently in operation. Service with the Marine Corps for more than 12 years. The A-10 Thunderbolt IIs, actually named the Warthog by its pilots, is a single-seat attack aircraft used primarily for close air support and forward air control. First flown in 1972, the A-10 became operational in 1976. On the pop, followed by Dash 2, fired by Captain Willow. At 400 miles per hour, piloted by Captain Lloyd. Dash 4, piloted by Spangler, is on time and on target. The Recon Marines have again requested the A-10s use their awesome firepower to soften the objective area. Here they come again. The primary weapon of the A-10 is the huge DA-8U-8A Avenger 30mm cannon. Watch it come into play. Nose down low, pointed down the range. Coming down on the pump, delivering the home to the ground. And yes, 30mm cannon. 1,100 rounds of 30mm bullets can be loaded aboard the aircraft, firing at a rate of 4,000 rounds a minute zone prior to the arrival of the assault helicopters. The Dash 2 Cobra is piloted by Lieutenant General John Groves and Major Ron Clifton. Once the suppression is complete, the Cobra will back position to cover the insertion. The AH-1 Whiskey is a significantly improved version of the and the AH-1T, which have served the Marine Corps since 1968. The Whiskey has twice the power and lift capability of the previous versions and can be equipped with air-to-air missiles and attack fighter aircraft, as well as deadly air-to-ground anti-tank tow and Hellfire missiles to destroy enemy tanks. The Whiskey is the 4th variant of the Cobra that the Marines have employed. And Cobras provide close air support for the ground combat element and troop transport as their mission. The security force is now approaching in their CH-53 Echoes from HMH 461 at New River in North Carolina. The CH-53 Echo, or Super Stallion, has been the heavy lift workhorse of the Marine Corps since 1982. It was designed to carry 55 combat-loaded Marines and is the heaviest yet fastest helicopter in the Marine Corps inventory. It's capable of lifting 32,000 pounds of equipment. The lead CH-53 Echo is piloted by Major Jim Rector. Captain Seth Michaud. Dash 2 is piloted by Captain Aaron Adams and First Lieutenant Alexander Pudol. Dash 3 is piloted by Lieutenant Colonel Tim Herndon and Captain Stewart Howell. After landing, the security force will quickly disembark the aircraft and secure the LZ. To your left, ladies and gentlemen, the CH-53 Echo. would rush for position. The A-10s once again to deliver the knockout punch for their second time around. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Pennsylvania Air National Guard, the A-10 Tank Killers. These heavy haulers really pull their load on the battlefield, performing constantly to not only insert Marines, but to resupply and haul their equipment to the battlefield. The CH-53E Super Stallion heavy helicopter, inserting variants of the Humvee for use by our assault force. Typically fitted with the M2 50 caliber machine gun or Mark 19 heavy machine gun, these vehicles offer extremely effective medium to long range fire against both personnel and vehicles. This maneuver of externally lifting combat assets relies heavily on the crew chiefs and aerial observers in the back of the helicopter. Managing the loads in the rear cabin today, the crew chief and aerial observers, Sergeant Brian Larson, Lance Corporal Mike Akerson, and Sergeant Chris Gendrick in the lead CH-53. is the probe that allows the CH-53 to be aerial refueled, giving it almost unlimited range around the world. Meanwhile, the platoon sergeant has spotted enemy forces moving in their direction and summoned the light armored vehicle. Cobras make a run on their ground objective once again. Off to your left, you can see the light armored vehicle, or LAV. LAVs provide added mobility, firepower, and extended range to our ground forces. After the 25mm Bushmaster chain gun, 81mm mortar, or the TOW anti-tank weapon, these agile assault vehicles can guard friendly forces by maintaining contact with an enemy to delay and impede his movement. They can also be combined with tanks and assault amphibians to form a mechanized combined arms task force. You can also see the Marines preparing the Humvee for action against the enemy forces. The platoon commander is calling the attack aircraft back into the target area for additional targets that they have located. Look in the distance, you see the F-18s coming around ready to deliver their deadly punch. In the pop-up now, the lead FA-18. On time, on target. And right on their tail, the deadly force of the A-10 Thunderbolt of the Pennsylvania Air National Guard. On time, on target. Ladies and gentlemen, from your right, the C-130. Watch now as the aircraft rapidly decelerates for the TLZ, or Tactical Landing Zone Recovery. Powered by four 5,000 horsepower Allison turboprop engines, the propellers on the big C-130 can be turned to the negative or beta thrust direction. Once the blade is turned around and the engines brought up to power, combined with the brakes of the mighty C-130, allow it to stop at an extremely short distance. Then, utilizing the power of the four big Allison engines, often accompanied by JATO bottles, the C-130 can rapidly evacuate an area and evacuate troops from a TLZ, or Tactical Landing Zone. As the aircraft's wheels touch down, the powerful reversal thrust on all four engines allowing to land extremely short. This comes in really handy where runways are in short supply. Listen for the roar. Point, ladies and gentlemen, the load monster in the rear of the aircraft looks on through the rear ramp. His job function changes from load monster to non-back. During this C-130 literally backs up on the runway as the non-back releases shaft to all back, all back. 500 feet. 1,000 feet. 1,200. Here comes the nose wheel. And the 130 lifts off in less than 3,000 feet. Refueling demonstration of our KC-135, followed by 3 of his charges, the FA-18 Hornets. And here comes our CH-53E Super Stallion helicopter. Touchdown and evacuate our Marines. want to consider. Upcoming Baghdad air show, which will be featuring quite a number of less ground assets, considerably more air assets, and we're not revealing the date of the air show, as surprise will be the major element. I'd like to hear it up and down the ramp. Many of the elements that you see flying here today are based right here at NAS JRB Willow Grove. Their families are here knowing full well that their family members are ready to rush to the front in order to defend the freedoms that we all enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for America's 911 Force, soaring. As we're recovering our F-18s and our A-10s. Coming down the flight line right now, you may recognize them from up close. She's the one with all the bugs in her teeth. He's the one with the big grin on his face. Kurt Wicker and Joanne Simpson, Beauty and the Beast. Put your hands together for them as they come down the flight line in the Subaru Baja. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, our forces on the field, necessary ground forces for today's exercise, were provided by members of Chapter 590, the Vietnam Veterans of America, the 1st Pennsylvania Mobile Historic Unit, Glenside, Pennsylvania. Rest your attention directly at Show Center. Members of the Vietnam Veterans of America conduct the last patrol. The last patrol is a tribute to every American who has given their lives in service to this great nation over the last 226 years. The United States military ground operations require extensive patrols around any friendly perimeter to provide advance warning of attacking enemy forces onto the American location. Always watchful, the sentry you see in front of you ensures that no one passes his position without proper identification. Touching down the C-130 and right behind Kurt Wicker and Joanna Simpson, Beauty and the Beast. The first man approaching the perimeter has been challenged by the sentry. He's recognized and is placing a bayoneted rifle into the ground. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now honor our fallen heroes with 15 seconds of silence.
For the general public at the Red Baron Flight Club at 12:30 today. Come on over and join the Red Baron family. You know, every day Red Baron frozen pizza products are landing in your local grocer's freezer, but today they are even closer than that. It's at the Red Baron Flight Club